Hello, friends. Welcome. Oh, I'm so grateful to be together. Hmm. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Angela. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Hi, Sylvia. Hey, Camille. Oh, Camille. Camille and I were just together in person. I just feel like, oh, those squeezes. Hi, Matt. Oh, how sweet. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Yes. Hi, Wolfgang. So wonderful to be together. Big hugs back to you, my love. Great. We'll wait just about a few moments and then we'll begin. For anyone who is watching someplace other than Insight Timer, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer so you can be part of this interactive community experience. Wonderful. Mm, great. How's our sound, my friends, before I dive into our experience today? Can you hear me well? How's our picture? Everything coming through clearly for you? Okay, great. Thanks for sharing, Carlos. And again, if you're watching someplace other than Insight Timer, I invite you to join us on Insight Timer, yes? Just turning this heater down because it is too hot. Ah, all right. Well, welcome. For anyone that I'm getting to meet today for the first time, my name is Selena. This is our weekly session that we have, although we didn't meet last week, and we're meeting at a very different time than usual because I'm traveling from my home in Hawaii. These sessions are a space for us to elevate and uplift our consciousness, to practice meeting our emotions with compassion and curiosity. We often meditate here together and have deep conversations about creation, challenges, the world, our interpersonal dynamics. And this is really a space for each of us to come just as we are. I know some of you shared that you're here because you were just in my mom's live session. How sweet is that? And I know she also speaks to this. This is a space for us to come with all parts of ourselves. This is true integration, true mm, embodiment. I don't know that I'd like to use the word true, but what I'm speaking to is so many of us live with an experience of the fragmented self. Oh, I like and accept this part of me, but I reject that part of me. Oh, this part of me is worthy, but this part of me isn't worthy. Oh, I like this part of my personality, but I really don't like that other part. I'll just hide that away. We'll keep that under the rug. We'll keep that skeleton in the closet, so to speak. And this is a space for all of these parts of us to have room to exist because this is where healing really occurs. We must welcome every part of ourself, not just the light, but every part, the shadow as well, to come into true alignment within ourselves, to rest in that experience of the self. Because otherwise, we're at war with ourselves. How can we rest in our true nature if the mind is fixated on war? This war. Yes. Oh, great. Welcome, Brad. Hi, Evelyn. Welcome to everyone. When I sit back further, can you still hear me okay when I'm leaning back like this? All right, great. Wonderful. Thanks, everyone. Ah, Angela's sharing, yes, I didn't like the part of me that argued back at another driver. Instead of calming the situation, I allowed it to escalate. Yeah. And we do this, yes. We have all of our patterns and behaviors and ways of being that are maybe not our most enlightened state. It's part of the human experience. So knowing that we will continue to have these imperfections arise in the personality, how can we practice setting the intention or creating the foundation for, okay, I made a mistake. Can I meet myself with compassion? Oh, I wasn't the best version of myself. Can I meet myself with compassion? Oh, I said something I really wish I hadn't. Can I meet myself with compassion? Oh, it's so good to be together, Sylvia. I know it works better when I'm in this time zone. I'm in a time zone that is 4, sometimes 5 hours difference from where I live. So it's an opportunity for us to be together. I don't normally get to have sessions so early. So it's wonderful to be together. Hey, Che. Yeah, the compassion part, absolutely, love. Angela's sharing that was the challenge, yeah? And that's all just part of it too, isn't it? You know, we've been in this journey for some time together. Sometimes it's very challenging to hold compassion, even if we know that is maybe what we'd like to be doing for ourselves. That's okay. It's all okay. Let's move into the centering technique. Oh, I guess I should finish introducing myself for anyone that I'm getting to meet for the first time. Look at this hair that's just kind of wild in this dry climate. I'm just going to kind of see if I can pull it back here a little bit, little frizz head. I have many recordings here on the app. I have, hi, Neil. I have 2 courses here on the app as well and lead these live sessions regularly, although I'm in a period where I'm traveling, so the sessions are not as regular as they normally are. Mm. Ah, yes, I think that's good for now. So let's move into the centering technique. This is an ancient yogic technique that helps to bring us into greater alignment within our being so that maybe our minds are a little more clear, our emotions more balanced. Maybe we experience a greater sense of presence. There's no right way to have an experience. If you can't move your body, I invite you to visualize this. Yes. So let's bring the palms to touch at the heart. Sit nice and tall. Or if you're standing, great. Really feel your feet on the earth. Relax the shoulders down. Let's take a full breath in and out together. And now let us inhale, reach the right hand all the way up. The left hand comes down by the navel. And exhale slowly to come back to the heart. Inhale the other hand all the way up. That bottom hand comes down by the navel. Fingers point up. Exhale slowly to the heart. Really take your time here. Starting to activate the vagus nerve. And then one more time on the right side. Inhale the right hand all the way up. Left hand comes down by the navel. Open the chest. Exhale slowly to the heart. And we'll just pause here after these 3 rounds. Feel your fingers and palms touching. Maybe allow a slight space between the teeth so the jaw can relax. Beautiful, thank you. Let's take a moment to drop in a little deeper. I invite you to close your eyes, or if that's uncomfortable, have your gaze looking down with the eyes relaxed. Tune into your breath. Start to really sense this natural in breath and out breath. Imagine that there is a cascade of light above your head. Maybe it's like a waterfall of golden light or crystalline light, any color light you wish. Imagine there is this light above your head that is pouring down, and there's grace in this pouring down rather than the intensity of a strong waterfall. There's this grace and this ease as this light moves down and pours down in through your head, filling your head, and pours down into the neck and shoulders and down into the arms and hands. The light pours down into the chest and upper back, the belly, the whole back, the whole torso is filled with this light. And if visualizing is difficult, maybe you just have a feeling sense of this light filling the physical body as it moves down into the hips and the pelvis, down the legs, all the way into the feet, until the entire body is filled with this light of peace, of warmth, of loving, kind, compassionate feelings. See again that this light above your head is still gracefully pouring down into you, and not just into your physical body, but also the space all around your physical body. So it's like you're in this pillar of light. And as this light moves down all the way into the feet, it continues to move down into the earth. We are anchored, connected to Mother Earth, and we are remembering that we are the light. With so much pain on the planet, it's so easy to forget, to forget who we are, and to come out of an experience of the essence we are. This pure space of presence where the nature of being is love, compassion. So much pain in the world, and losing ourselves only increases the pain that we experience and increases our inability to show up clearly, to serve clearly. So we practice coming home. And maybe when we come home to this experience of the self, maybe we notice the pain of the body, the pain of the emotions. Maybe it feels like there are many layers between us and being able to rest in our essence. And that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes we have this clear path where we can take a breath and feel like we can actually let go. And other times there's so much that feels like it's in the way, and all of that is okay. It's part of the experience of being human. We don't need to beat ourselves or make ourselves wrong for not being more peaceful or more enlightened. Take a deep, full breath into your inner being, whatever that means for you. And just gently say to yourself inside, I am light. You don't need to believe it. It may not feel true. You may feel disconnected from it. That's all okay. Let us offer ourselves this loving reminder. And you may even wish to place a hand on your heart and again say to yourself, I am light. I am light. I am light having a human experience. I acknowledge myself for doing my best in the face of all of the challenges and pains and ups and downs of life. I acknowledge myself. When I care for myself, it allows me to show up as the best I can be for others. Rest is necessary if I wish to serve. Moments of stillness are necessary if I wish to be my best self. Giving myself permission to grieve, to feel angry, to feel afraid are part of how I heal and help the world to be healed. I am light, having a human experience. Today, I choose to remember who I am. Today, I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am light. I am light. I am light. If you're not already, I invite you to place your hands on your body anywhere that it feels comforting and hold your own physical form with this kindness in your hands. Let your hands be soft, let your hands be receptive. And if you can't move your body, you can just imagine holding your body in this kind way, this loving way. Offer yourself gratitude Offer yourself so much gratitude. It is so, so not easy when we are in forgetfulness. Offer yourself gratitude. You are a pillar of light on this planet, and your light is needed. Even if you feel like you are in the darkness or lost in shadows, you are a light. And the light that you are is contributing to what the planet is needing to move through her transition at this time. Offer yourself gratitude. Take a slow, deep breath in. Exhale slowly and completely. Sense the space around you. Feel your body supported by the chair, the couch, the bed, whatever is underneath you. As you deepen the breath, slowly begin to move the body. Move the spine, the neck and head. Open and close the mouth a few times. Release the jaw. Whenever you're ready, slowly open the eyes. Mm, mm. Thank you. Mm. So great to be together. Oh, so beautiful. Leslie, Christy, Melissa. I'm so glad. So glad. Oh, and Diane also. Lovely, lovely. Hi, Bettina. Mm, mm, mm. Ah, so beloveds. Ah, so good to be together. So good. Can you still hear me okay? Is our volume okay? Mm, thank you for sharing. Mm, great. Thank you. Mm, yes, the energy is coming in very strongly. So the voice becomes more quiet. Hmm. Yeah, let's see what I can do here. Yeah, there's so much Shakti coming through my voice. It's also probably sounding a little uh how is how is that? Is that better? I just turned it up. Can you hear me better now? Okay, I can turn it up even more. Let's see here. I just have to remember to turn it down. Okay, how's that? Can you hear me better now? More volume? And I'm sure that as we start to get into conversation, my volume will rise. Oh, Hila, I'm so grateful to be together. I'm so grateful. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Mm, wonderful. So, let's see, where do we want to go today? What do you wish to share? I would just love to hear from you. Hi, Anami. What do you wish to share? Hmm. It's okay to just be also. When do we give ourselves the opportunity to just be? Hmm. I know some of you are typing, so I'll wait for you to type. Hi, Jen. You're joining for an early morning session. Krista's sharing, Brad first shared, keeping the holiday spirit alive. And Krista shared, stuck in the middle of family drama and struggling for self care and connection. Mhm. Thanks for sharing that, love. Yeah. What is what is some way that and you don't have to answer this in the chat, but maybe part of the inquiry here is what am I not listening to from within? What is asking for my attention, for my loving care, for my presence that I haven't been listening to? And how can I start to listen to that? Each of us is an embodiment of source. Each of us is connected to an what is the word? Bottomless well even sounds too confined. An infinite expanse of knowledge and wisdom. It's all right here. So it becomes about choice often. Yes, the choice to listen to our knowingness and the choice to act on it. So what can you listen to right now within your being to find that place where you don't have to struggle? Yes, maybe the drama is still there and there's still emotion and triggers arising, and you get to choose to honor you in center. Mm, thanks, Evelyn. I feel so grateful to all be together also. Kathy shared, my father passed 2 days ago. Need to care for me. Ah, blessings to you, Kathy. Kathleen, forgive me. Blessings in your father's transition, blessings in your heart's unfolding of this time. May you feel deeply loved and supported, and may you also reach out for support. Yes, love you. Just holding you right here in my heart. Amazing how transitions of our loved ones can be, of course, profound pain and also this profound opportunity to come home to ourselves. It's all there. I can hold you right here. Hmm. Angela shares, I'm buying a house. My friend is coming with me. I'm proud of my clarity and setting up boundaries. Awesome. I love hearing this from you. This is great. This is great. Clarity and setting up boundaries, connecting with a friend for support, and of course, the house. That's fun. Awesome. 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 Oh, Bettina, I'm grateful to be with you. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you. And Kathleen, just may you soak up all of this love as much as you wish. Just feel we're here together in community. And although we can't see you with our eyes, we can be together in the heart. Yes. So much love. So much love. Leslie shares, lately I feel like something has shifted. My relationships are becoming lighter and easier to navigate. It's almost like like my heart has broken open and all the love is flowing out. It's never ending. Ah. Thank you for sharing. How exquisite. How exquisite. Enjoy that. Yes, just keep opening, opening, opening. And for me, what I need to remember and remind myself of continually is to not be attached to this state experience. And if and when I feel contracted again, or there's some snag in my relationships, or my heart doesn't feel that open, to just say, okay, here we are, another layer, another experience, another moment. I don't have to strive to get back to when I felt like my heart was free. This is just another step, another expansion in the journey, another layer being peeled. Enjoy it so fully because there's only this now moment. And we don't have to anticipate it going away either. Just this loving reminder to just be in it fully as it's here. And if it happens to shift, to remember there's nothing wrong with that shifting. Nothing wrong. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Oh, hi, Gary. Lee shares, I joined here while outside with my dog. First time here listening to you. I appreciate and am grateful to have come across your soothing meditation. Thank you for your time. I will look for you again. Oh, wonderful, Lee. It's wonderful to be together. Warm welcome to you and your doggo. Nice to be in these sessions while you're outside. Wonderful. Wonderful. Matt shares, my father is in the hospital. Oops. My father's in the hospital, but he's 73 and a lifelong alcoholic, rageaholic, and smoker. I'm surprised and happy that he has lasted this long. So much tenderness, this human experience, all of the pain that we bring in from our own past, and then the pain that gets passed down generationally in utero, the pain that gets passed down in our childhoods and our family dynamics. There's just, and of course, it's not all pain. There's so much beauty as well. And it's so tender with you, Matt, and whatever your life experience has been this time with this kind of father and feeling into what your father's carrying. I just feel that too, to have a life of making those kind of choices again and again. So I just feel such profound compassion for both of you. May may you cherish yourself in this experience. And if cherishing yourself includes cherishing your father, beautiful. Beautiful. So much love and tenderness to you both. Mm. Thanks, Bettina. Yes, Leslie, my pleasure. I and again, not to say that it will shift. If it does, though. Yes. Tom is sharing, Kathleen, be gentle with yourself. May you find comfort from all around you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for your compassion. Jesse shares, I so love your meditations, affirmations for the soul, one of my favorites. Lying in bed listening with my 5-year-old son. We always pop on a kid's meditation from Insight Timer for our children at bed if they feel like one, 3 and 5 years old. Lovely to be here. Oh, beautiful, Jesse. Beautiful. What a gift. I really wish to acknowledge you and all of the parents here who are sharing this wisdom and these ways of being with your children. This is, it's such a gift. And for some of us it comes from our parents and even their parents before. We are changing the planet though. It may seem like we're not with all of the devastation that we see, but we are. We are. It's taking its time, but we are. And parents like you are part of the shift on the planet. Because as you educate your children to be more mindful, more compassionate, more aware of their inner being or whatever it might be for you, the more that is who that they embody and the more that's who they are in the world. I mean, so much of who I am is because of how I was educated. My beloved teacher Simon has this distinction when it comes to our children, rather than saying raising children, like, raising your animals, you're educating your children. They are an enlightened being from birth. So they come in and you are their guardian, you are their custodian to educate them, to remember. And I'm not talking about academic education, of course, that's part of it, but the education of remembrance, the education of kindness, the education of empowerment, the education of acceptance. Yes, all of this. So beautiful. I honor you. Mm. Thank you, Leslie. Me too. Leslie shares, I cherish you in this Sangha, and I do as well, so much. Matt is sharing, thank you for your kind words. Our parents give us life, but our self worth doesn't come from them, it comes from God. Yes, and I would even invite Matt that the self worth comes from you because so many even have a relationship with this idea of God that says, well, if I'm unworthy in the eyes of God, then I'm unworthy. If my religion teaches me that what I've done is bad and wrong, then I'm unworthy in the eyes of God, and I live like this, like I have to hide myself in shame and guilt. Self worth is your inherent nature, and it is what you cultivate within you. If your experience of God is that God can take away your self worth or give it to you, then self worth comes from in here. Yes? Does that make sense, Matt? And I'm not saying you have to agree with me either. That's always my invitation here. Take or leave it. Whatever I say, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't resonate, leave it. I'm perfectly okay with all of us having our different beliefs and ideas. It's part of the beauty of this experience, yes. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way. Yes. And what if you are God? So, what else? What else would you like to share today, my loves? Oh, I love this. I can't see your name, but I see your profile picture here. So lovely. Purple sweater. Ah, so good. So good. I'm looking at your little bobbing profile pictures. I just returned from an exquisite time with my beloved teacher, Simon. Let me think if there's any nuggets of wisdom I wish to share from that experience. There are so many that I have. Uh, let's see here. There's just a lot of light pouring through for you right now. So much love. Hmm. It's nice. There's silence in the mind. I'm opening the mind for an answer, and there's just stillness. What a gift. What an invaluable gift. Nothing to do, nothing to think, and yet so much. So much we can create in our planet consciously together. Ward is sharing, I think of you as a dear sister. I love your presence and wisdom. Thank you, Ward. I'm so grateful. Mm. Leslie's asking how to spell your teacher's name. I will place it in the chat right now. Sai Ma. Let's see if my brain can work. There we go. Kathy is sharing, practicing self compassion is so important and necessary. Learning to have more for myself. Beautiful, Kathy. Yes, it is. It is so much the nectar of the human experience, in my experience. Brad is sharing, the quiet stillness doesn't last long enough. Well, we cultivate it. Yes, we cultivate it. The stillness. Right now, what I'm experiencing is there's such an embodiment of the light that I am, such an embodiment of soul right now, that there's this grace that comes with that and this peace that comes with that. And it's like all of the vrittis, all of the little movements of the mind become settled when the grace is present like this. And it's always here. We're just usually so focused on other things that we're not creating space for it to be. So, this is why we have so many of our tools in our sadhana, our spiritual practices, to help create more spaciousness, to be the embodiment of the light that we are. Yes? Camille, are you still here? Camille and I. Hi. Camille and I got to be together in person for the Global Unity Gathering with Simon that we were just both at in Florida. Millie's still where she is. I won't say where you are. Millie, anything you want to share with our community about any new awarenesses that you've had or anything that is present for you that you'd like to share a droplet of knowledge with us? Droplet of wisdom, if you wish. Yes? Only if you wish. Hmm. Anami, in your beautiful fairy elven outfit. I just love it. Love it. Mm. 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 While Camellia is maybe typing, I'll share something. One of the presentations at the event was this fantastic doctor, Dr. Fabian Bratos, uh, and he was sharing about something called dental decoding, and it's essentially this deep psychology of the teeth. And for example, each tooth in this body of knowledge is an embodiment of a certain archetype. and the left side of the mouth represents the female or the I think also the mother. Is it the left? I think the left. Yeah. And then the right represents father energy or masculine. And it's so fascinating. If you haven't heard of this, I had never heard of it. I invite you to look it up because it's so cool. And it's this understanding how the teeth are an expression of our inner world. For example, and it's very scientific, like it has consistent, uh, there are consistent results. I can't even think of how to speak on it right now. I have to learn more about it so that I have the language to use for sharing about it. But for example, he was saying, like, if your teeth are turned, it is an expression of something that happened back 1 or 2 generations in your family, and whichever tooth is turned is also an expression, or if you felt like you had to protect yourself, and again, it's not your generation, it's from the past generations usually because it's taking time to show up in your system. But for example, if your mother had an abusive alcoholic father and they felt like they had to hide, then the tooth might be depressed in the mouth. Or if you felt like you had to assert yourself, then that's when a tooth comes forward. I mean, it's really fascinating. And it goes back generations and generations. So we can really understand not only our generational history through our teeth, but also what's present right now, the energies that we're carrying. Maybe there are energies of shame or abandonment or fear, and whichever tooth is having an issue or showing up in a certain way, how it's formed in the mouth. It gives us a deeper understanding of what is needing healing. And he's not just a facilitator and teacher of this work. He's also a very successful dentist. So he has the understanding of everything here, the psychology and then also dentistry. And what he was saying, because some people were asking questions about after his presentation about, well, what does this mean in my mouth? And what does that mean? And I have all of these cavities all of a sudden and all of this. And what he really brought it to is he was sharing how much of the healing in our teeth, and again, this is coming from a dentist, not from someone who's just looking at alternative medicine, for example, is it starts with deeper healing work. Which, on some level, if you're familiar with this concept, it makes a lot of sense. If you're not, it could seem really ooga booga. It's very fascinating, though. Uh, his name is Dr. Fabian Bratos, Brotos. I'm not sure if he has any books or anything like that, but he's who presented this knowledge. Yeah, Dr. Fabian Bratos. Really fascinating stuff. And there was also something else I was thinking about wanting to share right now before we close today about the weekend. Nothing's coming through clearly, so we'll let it be. Camilla is sharing something though. Um, Last night I had a nightmare. Just our season now, just the session now, granted me stillness and peace. Oh, right here with you, my love. Yeah. Energy is moving, yes. And there's so much that gets moved and processed when the body's resting. Hmm. Hi, Andrea. Well, we have a quiet session today. Anything else you wish to share? Any questions you have before we come to a completion? Ward is sharing, being here with all of you is always so healing and comforting. Yes, I feel the same. Community is so important. So important. Mm, mm. Ooh, Laura's asking, what is your favorite book? I'm not a favorites person, but I can tell you the book that I've read more than any other book, and that's my teacher's book. It's called Petals of Grace by Her Holiness Saima. Hi, Jacqueline. I saw you for a moment online for the program. Yes, Petals of Grace. There's so many, so many. Jacqueline sharing, Dear Selena, I was there online for the Global Unity Gathering, and I have made the commitment to be more vulnerable, to speak my truth, and to reach out for support more. Awesome. May it be so, my love. Fantastic. And you sharing, even now, I feel it's aligned with that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability and being here. Oh, okay. Let's see. Couple more questions coming in. Mm. Angela shares, I like to remind my daughters that Christmas is not a deadline. Enjoy this time. Yes. And thank you, Angela, because you just reminded me of something I wish to say. I know that this time of year can bring up a lot for many of us for many reasons. So if you are feeling grief, sadness, alone, if you're feeling that sense of, oh, there's something wrong with me or my life because I'm not at some Christmas party or Hanukkah party or whatever kind of holiday you might be celebrating, Kwanzaa party, anything like this, yes. Firstly, I just wish to say I love you. I love you. I'm sorry that you're feeling alone if you are. And remember that although it may be painful or uncomfortable to reach out, that you can. Maybe it's just someone that you made as a friend here on the app. Maybe you have someone you haven't been in contact with in a long time and you feel like, oh, I can't reach out to that person. I haven't spoken with them in 10 years. You can. You can. And if you feel like you're just alone, would invite, how can you turn toward yourself with love? How can you turn toward yourself with love? I spent one of the holidays alone last year, and and I made myself a beautiful meal, and I turned on my favorite music, and I lit candles. What can you do to honor yourself, to be caring with yourself, to be kind? And for anyone who hasn't ever done this before, how can you serve? How can you serve? One of the, it's double sided here. I know there's this idea like, oh, if you serve, it should be totally selfless. Yes. And there are moments that thinking of ourselves when it comes to service can be part of a beautiful healing. So if you're spending these holidays alone or you feel really sad or something, maybe you'd like to find out where you can go volunteer. Where can you go feed people? Where can you go sit with someone? Maybe you go read to the elderly in a home. What can you do to serve others? I remember when I was young and I would be in depression or sadness, and my mom would say, honey, just go. And many of you know my mom because she leads lives here, as well as my father. Both of my amazing folks are here. She would say, my love, why don't you go to the grocery store right now and just go smile at a stranger? And of course, that was often the last thing I wanted to do, but I noticed it was so true. Whenever I stepped out of where I was in that enclosed space within myself, the light inside of me started to come forth. So, I love you. Be kind, be gentle. And if you are feeling full in this holiday season and spending it with the people who you love and have so much going on, remember that there are so many who don't feel that way. So, how can you be extra generous with your kindness beyond your circle of friends and family? Maybe you'd like to donate something or volunteer or just make sure that when you're out in public, you share your light. Yes. Or maybe you know people. Maybe there are people in your life who you know are alone or who are grieving. And maybe you feel like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm doing this and I'm doing that and that party and these people and this meal. you can make 5 minutes to share your love, to spread your love. It's a choice, yes. And it's not about guilt. It's about, right, I am a light, and there's another light over here who's forgotten that they're light. And just a little sprinkling of love might make all the difference. I know that's why so many of you come here again and again, because we share love and it makes a difference. Yes. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. You are so loved and so, so precious. You are so loved. And remember, on Instagram, I share little loving reminders like this every day. So if your heart is feeling that ache and you just need a little droplet of a loving reminder in between our live sessions here, just pop over. I'm coming back through your comments now. Che is asking, can you please tell us when you meet on the regular schedule? This is the first time I found you. Oh, thank you for your grace. I'm so glad, Che. I'm so glad you feel better. Beautiful. Yes. So I travel a decent amount. So my schedule does change from time to time. But generally, which will be starting again in late January, I have a regular session on Wednesdays at 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US. So in the North America hemisphere, wherever this place is, Eastern New York time. Uh, and I know I only have one other session listed right now on my live schedule. I will update that in the next couple of days so you can see when my next lives are. Yes, of course, of course. I'm so glad we're here together. Diane Sharon, I listen to you regularly and appreciate your soothing voice and the light you share with the world. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. Thank you. Angela shares, I chatted with the cashier at the grocery store yesterday. He said to come back anytime. He enjoyed the company. See, it's beautiful. And isn't that just so tender? So many of us are just aching for connection or aching to come out of our minds that are so filled with pain. Spread your love, my loves. You are a light. You are a light. And this is how we transform the planet. This is how. This is how we transform all of the disparity on this planet. It starts here. And we take actions. It's not like it's all like love and peace and the wars and racism and all of this will just go away. No, we absolutely take actions. And it starts here. If I'm so contracted that I can't think clearly, then how can I really be serving? Yes. So let us start here and then take actions from this place of power and love. Mm. Thank you, Diane. Same to you. Brad is sharing, absorbing your energy, and hopefully I can share with others moving forward for the rest of the year. Yes, love. It's who you are. We are one. The love I am is the love you are. Johanna Sharon, thank you for your kind words, Selena. I do feel a bit lost and alone this time of year. Yes, love. I love you. I love you. Oh, thank you, Marianne. Hi, Azanya. Great to see you again, my friend. Great to have you here with us again. Marianne sharing, first Christmas without my dad. He passed away and my mom is suffering from dementia. Oh, so much tenderness to you and family love. Oh, this life is just so, so tender. May you source the love and the strength you need from community and from your own heart, your own love. Hi, Ma. Ma is saying, please tell, what did you say about Saima? Oh, I said many things. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Ma. Many things, though. What did I say, my friends, about Ma? Many things. The grace of the guru, the grace of a silent mind, the grace of a mind that is full of light. Not to say that the mind can't function very clearly. Saima functions. Saima is definitely a master of functioning in an enlightened state. Sometimes when my consciousness moves into more of that awakened state, I'm a little bit more like a vegetable. Thank goodness for the grace of my guru and helping me really refine these states of awakening. Yes. Yes, Marianne. Yes. And maybe this is something new for you. Maybe something beautiful can come out of this. How will you celebrate Christmas this year? Maybe you will celebrate it with friends. Maybe you will celebrate it by just feeling your grief and celebrating yourself, creating a new beautiful tradition for your heart. Yes. What can you do that nourishes your heart and your being and also creates a new ritual or tradition for yourself? Leslie shares, my daughter used to say to her mom, my daughter used to say her mom would talk to a fence post. Right. That's cute. That's it, Leslie. Just keep sharing that love. That's cute. Uh, blessings, blessings. Angela shares, grateful for this space you hold for us to share our experiences and celebrate. Thank you, my love. I'm also grateful. Such a gift. Hi, Linda. Some of you are here for the first time. Some of you have been here in this space for years together. What a gift. And we are all in this, in our oneness. Yes, all together. Whether you're just joining or you've been here before, this is a space for Sangha, for community, for this love that we are. So I'll bring everything to a completion now. Thank you. Thank you for being. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. This time for us to be in community. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. You are the love of life, the love of my life. How beautiful is that? And I think you can feel it. Even right now, my mind, the mind, the limited consciousness is thinking, really? But you are the love of my life. We are one. How could you be anything other than the love of my life? There's no separation. I love you. You are so exquisite, so beautiful. May we remember together, I am light. I am here to love, serve, and remember. All my love to each and every one. Great blessings. May you be kind and loving with yourself, and may that be an extension to those around you, to the world. And however you are celebrating or not celebrating, may you just continue to come home. And remember that when you honor yourself, when you rest, when you give yourself permission to feel all the feelings, When you take time to meditate, to practice your sadhana, to come home, it allows you to show up as the best version of yourself for others. Yes. Remember this. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I just have to keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting the system and keep fighting the war and keep fighting politicians or whatever it is. We feel like we have to just keep fighting. But if we keep fighting, there's no room to be rejuvenated. There's no space to be filled up again, to have more energy. So take your time, even if it's just a breath. Take this time to make sure you're nourishing your being and remembering, I am light, having a human experience.